Watch Ryan Murphy make a movie out of that.
Dude,
and like put some
probably.
hot white guy to be autistic.
Yeah.
God, I can't stand that man. I mean, welcome to the pod. Hi.
Welcome.
We're
Hi, everyone.
Getting right in there.
We're talking about our latest Netflix binges.
Yeah.
And then I also saw a movie called Wind Chill. It's not great.
Was it also kind of murderous and treacherous?
It was like a horror movie of like a snowed highway that like is haunted, and then you find out that the haunter is a racist cop, and you're like,
Interesting. I've heard good things about the It Dairy series.
Welcome to Derry.
Yeah, is it? Have you seen it?
I only saw one episode, I think.
Yeah, Trixie and Katya were saying it was pretty good.
Yeah, I have heard that it's really good. That it's maybe more pulling from the book, but I've never read the book.
Yeah, they were talking about, I guess, because we know It as being a clown, and I didn't know this until Luke told me. He's like, It is like an alien.
Yeah.
That can change into different things, and I guess in the show, like you see it in different.
Yeah, have you ever seen the movie It? Like
No,
the TV movie It?
So that one fucked me up as a kid. I remember.
I love him. He's so funny.
No, ever since then the movie fucked me up. But like, I remember Luke was like, "We should watch it," and I was like, "No, like that's so scary." And then he told me the premise. I was like, "Oh, it doesn't seem that scary," but I still haven't really like gone and watched it. Since.
The remake one with the Skarsgård.
Mm-hmm.
That one's pretty cool.
It is.
Because he naturally has these facial features that like make him seem more sinister.
Yeah.
But I liked it.
Trixie and Katya were saying that the Skarsgård version, he's more like childish versus the Tim Curry, he's more like sinister, like pervy,
yes,
a pervier way.
In the Tim Curry one, he's more teasing the adults. Like I remember that more.
Mm-hmm.
And in the remake, it's more. I think he's more like teasing the kids.
Right.
And you see him like eat kids more though. I think, if I remember correctly. Anyways, hola, ¿cómo están, amigas? Welcome, amigas, amigos, amiguex with an X.
¿Cómo lo tienen? ¿Cómo les huele?
¿Cómo les huele?
That's what one of the trans girls that I watch from Mexico, she'll say that like.
¿Se bañaron o no?
Yeah. What are we wearing?
Okay, so I am channeling my, what is it, early 2000s velour. This is Ivy Park though.
I was going to say it's...
Pa que sepan que si tengo dinero. This is Ivy Park collection with Adidas. There was a while that she had the Ivy Park, that Beyonce had the Ivy Park collection with Adidas, and every time she had a drop, I would buy at least one thing. Nice. If it was socks or something. But this has been probably the one that I've worn the most because it's all been like athleisure wear. And it has like these double zippers. So aquí ando enseñando pancita.
Work.
And that's my entire fit.
Yeah.
What about you?
I remember when her PR came out, when she first had the brand, like she delivered everything in that giant
those
box.
Boxes. Whoever was on those PR lists, like they had all the outfits. It was nice.
She missed your she didn't have your
she
dress.
Lost.
Yeah. It got lost in the mail.
I was moving at that time.
Yeah, it was lost in the mail.
It got lost in the mail, my PR box.
I'm wearing these Balenciaga boots, these slacks. I've had them. We've talked about that party that I invited you guys to at my old apartment.
Oh, yeah.
I've had these since then. And then this is a vest from a brand called Noah, and it's like a collab with Puma. And then this shirt is from Banana Republic.
What's the logo? Is it a crown?
No, it's a little Puma. But it's not like Puma's logo. It's like a cartoon version of Puma.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then because this is literally what I wore all day, except I was wearing like a t-shirt. So I was like, I need to dress this up. So my lashes are from Marshall's. The clearance section. Sí pegaron, right?
And when you did your fleco, did you do like what our moms used to do with the...
Me eché mousse.
Yeah. And you want like a claw like this.
Yes.
You want it to be like indestructible.
Sometimes when I feel like when my, like when your hair just gets like oily, it like splits and it looks like the Lydia
Dietz.
The Lydia Dietz fleco where it's like 3 strands, and I'm like, ya agüite on camera.
What was one thing like when you're, because I feel like every gay man and woman has a story of like when their mom would get married, would get ready. Like, what was something that you remember distinctly when she would get ready?
Her hair.
Mm.
My mom always had like short from like well, I guess not always, but from when I remember, like from me knowing her, she had short hair.
Mhm.
Like, I don't even know that it's a pixie cut.
Yeah.
Because todavía tenía como un curl,
Mhm.
but it was like short hair. And I did that haircut during the pandemic, except I don't have like curly hair, so mine was just straight.
Yeah.
But I remember her always having like a really short haircut.
Yeah.
So I mean now, first of all, now it's like all gray, but she has like a little bob. But I remember asking her like why, and she told me that she just never liked people touching her hair, so she would just have it short so that she wouldn't have to do like so much upkeep to it. But it worked.
Yeah. I remember like my mom would always wear red lipstick.
Ooh.
So whenever, I think we've talked about this before when we went out recently, I was like, if I ever did drag, like a lot of the girls now, they love to do like a nude lip. Like that's kind of like in right now. I'm like, bring back the red lip.
Why do you think a nude lip is in?
I don't know.
Because I
love a red lip.
Like I guess like Trixie's makeup.
Yeah.
And Trixie
she loves like a pink nudie lip.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think it was that era of like Selena, you know what I mean? Like the red lip, like the red nail polish, you know what I mean? I don't know. My mom would just always wear red lipstick. And I always thought that was really beautiful.
Does she not wear red lipstick anymore?
I think it's more like a mauve, a mauve.
a mauve.
I think it's like maybe more of a wine color. It's not like a bright red anymore. But I feel like in the 90s it was like that bright red lip, you know.
I love a good red lip.
Yeah. Are you not a nude girl?
Well, I feel like in my makeup phases, I've gone through, like, there was a time where I really liked those MAC lipsticks, the matte ones, which like one would dry the fuck out of your lips, pero ahí andábamos.
Yeah.
And I did have like a maroonish, and I had like a red one, and I really liked those, and I wore those for like a couple of years in like 2015, 2016. But then I started doing eyeshadow, and I was like, I always thought that like you could only have one or the other. Like you either have like dramatic eye and like a simple lip, or like a dramatic lip and a simple eye.
Yeah, you definitely were like an eyeshadow girl.
I started gravitating towards that because, and it wasn't very many times, but the times that I did have makeup done like professionally, they would always tell me that I had really big eyelids.
Oh yeah, you have the perfect.
So they're like, I have a lot of space to work with, and I was like, okay. So then that's when made me like want to get into it more and see like what could I do.
Yeah, like my sister, like in my family, we have hooded eyes. So like whenever they do her makeup, they have to like cut a crease with concealer, and then you like do the shape around that.
I still don't.
Whereas with you don't need to do that.
I don't think I can cut a crease.
You don't need to.
Oh.
Yeah. Just comes natural.
And then like I do love a winged eyeliner, but siempre me salen así. Like once this way, once this way.
They're cousins, not sisters.
They're not twins. Yeah. And then I got into lashes because shout out to Alma. Alma got me into lashes one time. She was like, oh, I love the Kiss 11s. And I was like, what are those? And then
you're like, yeah, me too. I love them.
She just showed them to me. And then like, I was like, okay, this is my new personality. And I wear lashes for a long time.
I feel like when you put a lash on, you probably don't have to do as much eyeliner either, because it kind of gives you that.
Yeah, it kind of takes like, I've tried to do like an eyeliner, and I feel like it kind of hides behind the lash anyways, because the ones that I got introduced to like dramatic lashes, so then I was like gravitating towards those.
Yeah. I
have been thinking about doing like, ¿cómo se llaman?
Lash extensions?
Yes.
Ooh.
Pero I'm sure that's like, you have to keep up with it, and it's
you have to
like
cost condition and like make sure that they don't get infected and shit.
Yeah.
Well, you have to go to the right person.
Que no te salgan piojos and shit.
Yeah. Have you thought about getting your eyebrows laminated?
No.
Or what's it called? Where it's not tattooing, it's
microblade?
Yes, microblading.
Is that it?
Yeah.
No, but my mom. Okay, so the last 2 times that I've seen her, she's like, en el Facebook vi como un tinte que te pones y que te dura 2 semanas. Es como te lo haces en el salón. And I was like, Mom, all I know is el salón.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. She's like, está en el Facebook. And I was like, I don't know what that means, Mom.
Like a brow gel or like?
I mean, she said that it lasted 2 weeks. So if y'all know of any at-home brow tint that lasts 2 weeks,
Comment below.
that was on Facebook, let me know.
Yeah. I'm sure all you red pillars know exactly what we're talking about. But how was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. It was chill. Went back home to Laredo, so spent it with my family. And I think I had said before that one of my brothers was gonna be in Dallas, so it was actually like a smaller group, and we did have an aunt and uncle join us, so it ended up being like six of us in my house, which still felt pretty small. So we just kind of made lunch, and then all fell asleep, and then ate again at like 9 p.m. But it was really, really low key. How was yours?
Yeah, it was pretty low key too. I think I mentioned last time that I was gonna hang out with my family, so we made our little brisket. Luke made his like burnt ends, and then I made a bunch of sides, and we just hung out. It really wasn't that like exciting or anything, but I think I needed that kind of just like chill time.
Yeah.
The only thing we went to see, so we went to the movies and we saw this like anime Japanese movie called Angel's Egg. I don't know if you've ever heard it, but we went to the AFC theater, the one.
Yes.
Can I tell you? So I guess I'm just spoiled going to Alamo Drafthouse, but I'm not going there anymore. It was so uncomfortable, squeaky.
The
chairs were squeaky.
Okay.
Like, also, like, you know how Alamo you have your assigned seats?
Oh,
this was a
yeah.
free for all, and I was like,
I
was waiting for the valet. Like,
Yeah,
where do I go? Where do I go?
You're like, joven. I have been there, and yeah, they don't even have cup holders. Yo con mi Vegas Coca. I'm like,
well, it's crazy because
and
like
my popcorn,
you
I'm just
go
like,
and like the lobby's really nice. I'm like, are we gonna do anything about the seats? And then also like they literally have like speakers on the sides. I'm like, what are we doing? So after that, Luke and I were like, I think we're gonna stick with Alamo Drafthouse.
See, my husband is a real snob about the movies too. Like, he will not go to Cinemark.
Mm-hmm.
He will avoid it.
Yeah.
Or like an AMC or whatever. He's like, I want to go to the Draft House.
I mean, it is superior.
And I'm like, okay, but you know we're gonna end up spending more money because
worth it.
oh, let's get the buffalo cauliflower, or let's get a margarita, whatever. And he's like, I don't care.
It's worth it.
I accepted the fact that I'm going to spend money, so I'd rather go there.
Yeah, I agree with him. I think it's worth it.
But
some of us don't want to slum it at the Tinseltown. Okay.
Dude, the Tinseltown, the fucking dollar theater.
Whenever you would go back home, or when you were in high school and like it was the holidays, would you go to the movies with your friends? Like, we would
more
do that.
so with my brother. Like, my
Yeah.
brother and I, the movies was our thing.
Mm-hmm.
So we would always go to, like, he would take me to the midnight premieres of Harry Potter.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's sweet.
So like we would always go to the movies. But that one was a Cinemark, I believe. Again, I didn't know what a Draft House was.
Oh no, yeah.
So
The concept,
I wasn't used to the finer things in life.
the concept of having like a little mesita for your food, I was like, mind blowing.
The concept of having like a full course meal
Yeah.
at the movies.
A waiter at the movies? What?
One thing I will say though is I wish the Draft House had ices. 'Cause I could
Like a
fuck with an
non-alcoholic, like not a like not
yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah, like a regular
margarita.
slushy. Yeah.
That would be good. Yeah.
And I like the idea of drinking at the movies, but then I feel like I'm gonna have to pee all the time, and then I'm gonna miss the plot.
What's your snack of choice at a movie?
Okay, well that depends. Are we slumming it, or
We're
are we at the
slumming
Draft
it,
House?
and then we'll do Draft House.
Okay, if we're slumming it, unos nachos con jalapeño, always.
I love a hot dog.
Okay.
Shoot it out with a hot dog. I love a hot dog. Or I went to the movies with my mom in the Valley last year to see Wicked, and they had like little Pizza Hut pizzas, and I was like, "This is great."
Yeah, a little personal pizza.
Yeah.
One time we went to the movies in Laredo, and it was my brother and a bunch of us. But the funny part is that my brother got a hot dog, and like, you know, they give it to you wrapped, right? So like, él lo abrió because he put all the stuff, all the fixins, and then he fucking drops it.
Oh.
And it falls. And he picks it up. He's like, "Nomás es tierrita." And then he
It's flavor.
and then he ate it. And the second funniest part is that he fell asleep in the movie and just was like snoring. And
He
I'm
had
like,
a great time.
I'm like, well. And I think we went to go watch like Sonic or something. So I'm like, all right, that's fair. Because
I
his
don't think
sons
I've
were
ever
into it.
fallen asleep at a movie. I don't think I can.
Oh, dude, I fell asleep during The Lighthouse. Did you ever see that one?
Oh, Luke loves that
¿Cómo se
movie.
llama? Who's in it?
With Robert Pattinson
Yes.
and Willem Dafoe. Luke loves
First
that
of all,
movie.
you're gonna put something black and white in front of me.
Sleep.
Immediately. And this was at a draft house, so like I was just like,
You're like, wake me up when it's over.
dude, for real.
Wake me up when
Although
September ends.
I don't think that's allowed. I feel like they would wake you up and tell you to. They're like, wake the fuck up.
Really?
I'm sure that they would kick you out.
At Draft House?
Yeah. Right? Like I feel like that's like
I don't
unacceptable.
Like
but you're like, I'm not even talking.
I don't like that.
Yeah. Wait, have I talked about the Terrifier? And the guy
at the
that
Terrifier?
you know the Terrifier movies?
Yeah.
Okay, so we went to those movies blew up. That the last one was like a movie theater like release, right?
Yeah.
So we went to the movies, a draft house, and we sat at the very top, close to the edge. One thing about me is I will sit at the edge of movie theaters.
I can't. I have to sit in the middle.
No, dude. Like,
do you feel like you need to escape?
yes. Like sidebar is, that's one of my anxieties is like being, and we used to sit in the middle and stuff, but I feel like something changed. School shootings.
Something changed within me.
Shootings happen, and then that changed the dynamic of movie theater. So I'm like always watching the exits. But so we're like at the edge, and this guy comes in, and not to be like an asshole, but you know how you can tell when someone's gay.
What do you mean? Yes.
No. Okay. So he walks in con una bolsa, like a plastic bag.
Was there attitude?
When he was like, I was fine with him because he was cracking me up at the beginning.
Yeah.
He shows up and he's like, I have chips and salsa here. Like he brought his own chips and salsa to the draft house. And I was like, okay, all right.
Work.
And he was really loud, but it was like really loud in reactions, right? So he wasn't talking, but he would see something and be like, oh my God.
Like Brenda in Scary Movie.
And be like, ah, and he would like cover his eyes. Like he'd be like, oh my God. Then he passes out.
He tuckered himself out.
Dude, like the movie's not even halfway. Like I remember him yelling and I would crack up because his reactions were just funny. And I was like, the movie's not scary. And like the way that I guess his commentary was making me laugh. So I wasn't minding it. And plus he wasn't I think this is different from like talking in a movie theater.
Yeah.
But I think he did have a phone at some point. But then like he was like talking to the movie and he was like, oh my God. And he like kept covering his face. But then he like passed out, and then he passed out like this. like to the side, like the person next, and he was by himself. So the person next to him didn't know him, and they would be like, okay. And then he would like sway to the other side, and I'd be like, okay. I don't know if somebody like formally complained about him, but the staff came up and they were like, they asked us, they were like, hey, can you guys please like excuse us? Like, so we had to stand up and we were like on the stairs, like you're still watching the movie from the stairs but also trying to watch what's going on. They're basically like waking him up and telling him to leave.
Yeah.
And he wakes up and he's like, what? Like super offended. But anyways, they kick him out and then we sit down and they're like, we're really sorry. And we're like, oh, it's fine. But then he comes back and he's like, he says he left his stuff here. And I'm like, oh, that's his H-E-B bag of chips and salsa. So the guy like rolls his eyes, takes the bag and leaves it. But that was like probably one of the funniest interactions in a movie theater. We did get like rain check vouchers for a free movie because they were like, hey, like we're really sorry. This like we didn't mean to like interrupt your movie experience. We're like, oh no, that's fine. So they gave us those like free tickets or whatever. But I remember that. And
so he went like full Brenda from
yeah. And at first I was like, oh, he's enjoying the movie. It's fine. Because I don't know, he just wanted to crack up.
Yeah, that's funny. I love in the Scary Movies where she's like, Cindy, the TV's speaking.
The TV's speaking. Oh, she's like, oh, she's swami. She's like, Cindy, this is Bones.
Cindy, the TV's leaking.
I heard she's coming back.
Oh, I'm so excited from the movie.
I am seated for that one. I haven't seen, I feel like the first two, I remember very well. I think I saw 3. There's probably more. I feel like Kim Kardashian was in one of them.
Really? Oh, I think so.
But I haven't seen like anything that wasn't the Wayans brothers, because they stole that concept from them, didn't they?
Yeah, or the rights.
Or like they like
the rights.
And so they weren't in the other ones, but now that they're back, like core cast is back.
I'm excited.
Ooh, I'm seated for that one.
I don't know if this is the Wayans brothers, but do you remember the one with Queen Latifah where she plays the Oracle from The Matrix? But it's like the scary movie version.
It is a scary movie, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And she like fights the woman?
ring comes. Oh my god.
The parody is the ring, and she like starts fighting the girl.
Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember. I feel like we watched those and we're like, "Ooh, this didn't age well." But Wayans,
it'll still crack me up today.
The Wayans brothers went on like this whole press tour recently, and they were like, the thing is like we were making fun of everybody, white people, black people, whatever. And I guess it got to a point, and I get it, because I think a lot of people have felt maligned and made fun of or whatever, you know, depending on like your race or whatever. But I do feel like that's coming back a little bit more, and it's just like, let's just make fun of everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Obviously, there's some boundaries you cross. You can be too racist, right? Yeah. But I feel like those movies, like, it makes us feel uncomfortable.
You're like,
but it is,
I like a little racist.
But it's still like funny, because they make fun of white people a lot in those movies.
I think like the funniest bits from a scary movie for me are like pop culture bits.
Yeah.
Like the was that.
Oh my god.
Like, and then like you see it's the ghost face with the tongue sticking out. But my favorite bit is the basketball scene.
Oh my god.
It's probably part 2, where the setting is at the Hell House. And they're all there, and it's haunted. The house is haunted. So like, oh my god, if you can find the clip of this, like the basketball is coming down the stairs, like doon, 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 and you're like, you think
and it keeps going, right?
But then they get it, and then they start like, it was like a parody of a maybe Nike commercial.
I think I know what you're talking
about. And
they're
like the characters like they get the basketball, and they're like, and then they start like dribbling it, and then like there's music, and then all of them are doing tricks, and then like of course the white people look like dorks with the basketball. But that's like my favorite bit from those movies.
Well, the other one too is the guy who's got like the small hand.
My strong hand.
Not like, that. Use my strong hand. My friend Mariana, shout out. She used to like say that all the time in high school. That's my strong hand.
Strong hand.
And then he mixes the mashed potatoes with his hands.
He like ruins dinner for everybody.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's great movies.
Why were we talking about the movies? Wait, did you tell me what your favorite snack when you're slumming it?
Oh yeah, pizza.
Okay.
Pizza, hot dogs or popcorn.
What about the Drafthouse?
I love the chicken tenders with the like hatch chili gravy, and then the fries.
I love the cauliflower.
I feel like their pizzas are not that great. I feel like I've had them before and they're like whatever. I don't like a fancy pizza anymore. I feel like I was into that, and then I just want like pepperoni pizza.
What's the fanciest pizza you can tolerate?
I don't know if
like Via 313.
Probably, yeah.
I actually can't name anything fancier than that.
Like I like a thin crust. I don't want anything too puffy. Like I don't like a where they say it's a pizza, but it's just like a French bread with like sauce in it and like pepperoni and cheese. I'm like, I don't want that.
You're like, this is not a pizza.
I'm like, this is not Italian.
Do you remember when we worked was really into the artisanal pizzas or artisan pizzas? They're still around at Domino's.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And like that's what we would get like for like 3-4 weeks in a row.
Well, because we had
puro pizza.
We had free lunch every Friday. What days was it?
So it used to be. I remember it was Fridays, but then too many people kept being like out because it was a Friday.
And they moved it to Wednesday.
To Wednesdays.
So petty.
Yeah. I remember that job, and I think about how it's just so much different than my job today.
Yeah, I feel like I look back on that time and all I wanted was to like work at a big boy job that was like corporate, and now I'm kind of like, that was kind of ideal, you know? Yeah. Like there's no jobs like that anymore.
That was fun. It was.
And then you can't go back to that because you're like accustomed to a certain salary now, so you're not going to go back to like a small agency, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you're like, you're not going to pay me in pizza.
The small agency life, the local marketing.
Well, okay. So this kind of goes in with the holidays. So one of my talking points was travel.
Okay.
And I know you have your Christmas
Holiday
holiday
party.
party coming up.
Yes.
How do you feel about travel? How
Well,
long are you going to be there? It's a short turnaround?
it is. It is like Wednesday through Friday,
Mm-hmm.
Thursday being the holiday party.
Yeah.
And I'm saying holiday party very loosely because I don't know what to expect. I've never been to something like this. Like the holiday parties that we had when we were in office were just entirely different.
Yeah.
But this is like traveling somewhere. First of all, we're traveling to Florida, and I don't know how I feel about that because I've never been,
Pack your gun.
dude. But isn't like ice presence real hard or real bad in Florida? I don't know. I was like, si no me dejan venir, like,
Like, come back.
yeah. I me pescan.
I'm going to need a new co-host.
But yeah, like it is traveling Wednesday. There's like a whole itinerary, which again, I don't know what to expect. And then like coming back on Friday. So, I feel like in the trips that I've taken for work, recently or at all in this job that I have, I've been so mindful about drinking,
Mm-hmm.
like publicly.
Yeah.
So I'm still thinking about that. Like, I don't know that this is the time for me to get messy.
Well, and then we probably mentioned this in the last podcast. Like, you're not close to anybody where you're like, we're gonna get lit, bitch.
Yeah,
Like,
not in that way. No, I don't think so. Who knows? Maybe.
I mean,
this past weekend, being back home for Thanksgiving,
mm-hmm.
it meant that the group chat finally got together, which is really hard because first of all, we're like scattered throughout like Laredo, San Antonio, and in Austin that like weren't not always in the same place at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So this time we had all been chatting about it, being like, okay, we're gonna be there. Like those of us who are gonna be in town, are we free to hang out this day, and then it was like, yeah. So even one of my friends who was like not she's a new mom, so she was like not a new mom, like a most recently she had a baby, so she already has kids. She was like, oh, I'm like really exhausted, like these things have been happening. But that day of, when we're talking about like what we're wearing and like where we're gonna meet up, she's like, fuck it, I got FOMO, I'm coming out. And it's like perfect. So, and I had already told my husband, I was like, you are gonna drop me off, this is not a boys night, like there's no boys. So we met up at a brewery, and which turned out to be like a comedy night. Didn't know. But it was fun. Like it was I cannot tell you any of the jokes because I did take a gummy before that. By the time that it hit, I was already at the brewery and I was like having fun, like just socializing with my friends. And I hadn't seen them, like we hadn't all been together in such a long time that it was just really nice to catch up. And of course, you know, we're just like checking in, talking shit, making fun, like enjoying ourselves. And we ended up at so like I think breweries tend to close pretty early, right? So then I actually don't remember what time, but we migrated to another bar that we've been to before, and we know that's empty. Like there's chingos of tables, but there's not a lot of people there, and there's always like maybe like two little groups here and there, and we show up, and by that time we're just like drinking so much. I had a pen.
Who's the instigator though?
I think it was all of us. I truly think it was all of us. Well, also because some people, maybe some of it was also me because they were like, "Oh, I'm not gonna get drunk," and I was like, "Oh, I am," and then and then we're having drinks. Dude, I don't even remember what we drank, but I remember having beers at the brewery and then moving on to cocktails at the bar. Maybe a shot here or there, but I also had a pen. And then the funny thing is that my friends kept calling it Penjamin, and they're like, pass me the Penjamin. And once that started the rotation, that was literally like a blunt rotation, and crossfaded.
Yeah.
We were like dancing. I remember one time at some point in the night, this man asks me if I'm single.
Oh.
And I'm like, no, I'm married, but you can follow my podcast.
Shout out to that man. Hopefully you're listening.
And then he was like, oh, okay. I was like, whatever. And then, but then my friend, like when my friends, they'd be like, hey, is your friend single? And then I'd be like, oh, he's checking you out. And then it was like Alma who's like, ask him how much he makes. And I was like, how much do you make? And he was like, what the fuck? And I was like, we're not here to play around.
Yeah. Show me the tax return.
But it was like a lot of fun. Like we danced. There were so many photos and videos. And I know that there were some stories like that we uploaded. Then when I was looking back, I was cracking up. But then once we started in our group chat sending each other the pictures, the rest of the pictures and the videos that we took, that was like nowhere near what was posted. Like the twerking, the singing, the dancing, the pictures. Like
so only the censored
yes.
version was up on.
My followers only saw the censored version of that night, and I think it looked pretty wild to begin with. But then I text my husband like probably closer to 2, and I'm like, okay, come pick me up now. He picks me up, and then we go to Whataburger. But so I do remember at the second bar, going to the bathroom, and it was the bathroom with like a urinal in it. So it's like urinal toilet, but it smelled so gross that like I was like, I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna throw up just from the smell.
Yeah.
But I was like holding my breath, and I was like washing my hands. So I was like, let's get out of here. But then like, okay, so closer to 2, my husband picks me up. We go to Whataburger, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna get sick. And I was like, do we have a bag or something? And he gives me a bag, and I just remember moving to the side. Literally, he's in the window where they're giving him the food, and I'm like, ugh.
Are you a loud vomiter? I am. I'm very violent.
I don't know.
I wish I was demure.
No.
I wish I was like I'm sick. I'm like exorcist, like eyes like convulsing. Like I am not. It just comes out of me like Satan.
I feel like I know I've hurt myself like that before, but I know that there are some times where I'm more conscious about it. So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna do that. But I just remember turning towards the window and like cupping the bag and like throwing up. And the thing that always gets me is like, it's the fucking Red Bull vodka. If we're out and I order Red Bull vodka, you're like, she's done. Like that's the last drink that I always have. And then we got home and I ate my breakfast on a bun, and I was like,
you're all happy.
And I just fell asleep. And then the next day, like I woke up like at 7 a.m, like stiff, dude. I was like, I can't breathe.
Was your mom like, ¿Dónde andabas?
No, but that's probably. It felt like a Drinksgiving.
Yeah.
Did you ever do that, a Drinksgiving?
No.
Okay, so again with my friends.
I think these girls are bad influences.
No, we're fun. We're fun. We're so good. We're literally girl bossing all day that we need this.
That's true.
But we used to like more years ago. It was more often that we would do a Drinksgiving. So like I would go home for Thanksgiving. We would get together and we would go out. And I also remember throwing up those times.
I'm sensing a pattern here.
But one time I went back home and my mom is like up at like 3 or 4 doing something with the turkey. Because this was the night before Thanksgiving. And I was so embarrassed that I like threw up in a bag in my room.
Have you ever thrown up when we go out?
Ooh, I don't know.
The last time you guys went out to Trip Charlie, she was over in the restaurant.
Okay. This is what I need to keep in mind. You are smaller than me. We cannot be drinking the same.
Yeah.
You can't keep up with me. Like that's
why you
not
gotta
good.
tell on me?
No, but that's good for me to know.
But then I felt better.
And then I had a shot.
But I mean, there were times like in my early 20s when I would go out to 6th Street and I would like go to the bathroom, throw up, come back out, have another drink.
It's called being young.
I mean,
enjoy it, right? Because like maybe you'll be a mom one day and then you can't do the same shit anymore.
I don't know. My friends are moms and we all partied real hard. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
We're just also there's this like, have you ever seen the meme of like when your friend's saying like a really interesting story but your rim has chili, so you're just like licking it? Like that was that was one of us that night, and I remember being like so high that I was so amused by somebody like just having the rim. It was Delia, and I was like, Delia, you're like making out with a cow.
She's like, oh. So we didn't touch on this in the last episode, but we had some interactions with some bartenders who are not living for us. They were very mean to us, which I mean, in fairness, we could have been a lot, but that's why we like going out because we're fun.
Okay, no, but also in our defense, that time we went to Radio East.
Fuck that place.
First of all,
they charged me $60, and I know I didn't spend $60.
A scam.
Yeah.
And like we were there, it was like us getting there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like,
what'd that little faggot say?
That energy where it was like,
what are you guys doing here? And I told Luke that I was thinking this. I should have said we tunneled our way in here. He's like, you should have said that. I'm like, I should have.
And then I guess maybe rules were that a bar wasn't going to open until 7, and it was like 6:45 that we were in there. And
well, he was like, you guys can order stuff. I mean, I'm not doing anything. I'm like, then what's with the attitude?
Well, because I was like, if you want me to wait, I can wait.
Yeah.
Like that.
We had our pretty woman.
But I was saying, like, do you work on commission? No. Big mistake, huge. Por eso te cobro $60, right? Dude. And so.
Well, then we went back in again, and you wanted a spolón, and they didn't have any, which I was like,
yeah,
you don't have it.
But I forgot that I guess this is a coffee place first and a bar second.
No. And so we were like, what do you have that's like comparable? And he was like, well, we have this or whatever. And I was like trying to like make conversation. I was like, oh, I'm getting like herby notes. He's like, herby notes from tequila? I was like, oh, I don't know, like just whatever. And we're just getting attitude. Yeah. And then we went to Cheer Up Charlie's, and then you asked the girl, like, what did you ask? You asked something like what if they're gonna play some kind of music or something.
The DJ. Yes, that was the DJ.
They knew the DJ name, and she was like, no.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, what are we doing?
Yeah.
But so I was gonna ask you if like the bartenders in Laredo, are they nicer? Because I remember. Okay, so when I moved to Austin, I was surprised by how nice the customer service was. Because in the Valley, like you get kind of zilch. They're not very nice. They're just kind of like, hello. Like, and here it's like, hi, how are you doing?
I feel like I mean, even so, like in Laredo, I feel like I haven't gone out that much to notice like bartender, like whether or not bartenders are like good or bad, any different. So I don't know, but I think sometimes it's when the bartender's too hipster.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Because I've met, or not, like I don't know them, but I've interacted with some chill ass bartenders in Austin.
Yeah.
That are fun and whatever, like they're nice. But I think also sometimes no. I did go to one of the best bartenders I feel like lately is one time we were downtown for a show, I think, or like it was going to be like a comedy show. And we got there early to get good parking. So we had about an hour to kill. So we went to 6th Street because it was like a block over. And we went to, where is it where they dance? In the Coyote Ugly. Mm-hmm. And it's all, first of all, it's all like chicks and like they're all hot. So we're there and it's empty. Like it's still like 7. Nobody's really there. Like some of them are dancing just for fun. But the bartenders were so nice. And, you know, they're like, what do you want, hon? Or like, whatever. And then I'd be like, oh, I want. And I feel like bartenders hate this when you're like, can I have a sweet shot? Because they're like, shut up.
That happened at Radio East.
Yeah. I feel like that's why he was like, a sweet shot.
I'm like, bitch, okay, that's like you.
I feel like that's bartending 101.
Yes. Like that's I'm a store owner. Let's just say I sell fruit and someone being like, well, like, what's like a good fruit? And me being like, what do you mean? Like, the fuck are you talking about?
And I remember asking this bartender, I was like, can I have like a sweet shot? Like anything. And she made me something and she even told me the name. She was like, this is like a fruity pebble or like a Fruit Loops or something like that.
Pebble.
And it was like, I was like, oh, nice. So then I took the shot, went back to the table. But I feel like sometimes when you ask, like, can I have something sweet or can I have something this? Like the bartenders get so annoyed.
And I guess to their defense, like they're dealing with drunk people, and I get that.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, do something else. That's my hot take. Get a job, Anne. I'm just kidding.
You're like, get a real job.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you had fun.
It was.
How did you feel
the
next day?
I was so hungover, dude. Like, also, my brother went out too, like separately, and he got home at 6 a.m. So he was way more hungover than I was.
Wow.
But this was after Thanksgiving, so we didn't have shit to do the
no
next day, and
plans.
it was fine. I feel like every time I drink, even if it's not like get drunk, get wasted, I will wake up early the next day just because my body feels uncomfortable. So I got up at 7 and I was like, I can't move. Like, it's one of those moments where you're like, I'm never drinking again.
Yes.
And then I went to go take a shower, and then I managed to fall back to sleep so that I didn't wake up again until like noon or 1. But yeah, it was a lot of fun seeing my friends, and we never really get to hang out like that anymore. So we just went hard.
Was the last time like your wedding?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, can I tell you, Linda's wedding was lit. Like, and then we all had to drive back home. Luke, my partner, drank so much. Usually he likes to drive, and he had me drive.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was like asleep in the car.
One thing I remember, like, as we were planning this, one thing that I said is that I want to have an open bar. I know that my family's, we're drinkers, and we love a good cocktail. We love a good beer or a good whiskey, whatever.
Yeah.
I do remember when we were first getting into these stages of planning our wedding that my in-laws were like, but like, we don't even dance. Like, their side of the family. And I was like, okay, but we do. Like, we party.
Right.
So I just remember being like, I want to have a good party. I want to have a good time. I want everybody to have a good time, and I want to have an open bar. And we would gradually buy like liquors, so like the big bottles. And honestly, what finished was the Espolón.
It's a good tequila.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that tequila until you told me about it.
We know about it because one time we were at dinner. We were in Houston and we had dinner at this like bougie Mexican place called Xochitl. It's really good. It's like where they give you el queso con like the crickets.
Was it good?
You're like, bugs.
Ew.
It was good, yeah. And they were doing a promotion, and like when like the girls have like the T-shirt, and they're like, do you want to try this new tequila? And so we tried it there, and ever since then, that's been like our go-to.
You're like, ooh, that's smooth.
We're like, it's spicy, and it was
Like,
it
has
really
herbal notes.
It has herbal notes, and they were like, what the fuck are you talking about? So from that, like, I remember we got like 5 big bottles of Espolón and 4 of Tito's vodka, and then 4 or 3 of rums. And
Do you have leftover?
I still have 2 jugs of Tito's and maybe 2 jugs of the rum, or maybe 1 of the rum.
You need to throw a party.
But what finished was the Espolón. Like, that one,
yeah,
everybody was into it. And also, we had really good like meseros. Like, they were on it, like bringing people the drinks, like keeping the drinks going, like keeping my drink going. We had matching Yetis, so like it just kept getting like refilled and stuff.
Yeah.
And then also, like, I made a Google Doc for the DJ where I was like, this is the music I want you to play. Like, this is what you absolutely cannot play. And then I was also like, you do have some free reign. If you don't see anybody on the floor, switch to this or switch to that.
Yeah.
And he did come up to me a couple of times. He's like, hey, so-and-so's asking me to play this. And I'd be like, no.
It's probably Luke.
I don't even know. It was like, hey, la señora que está allá, like, me preguntó que si le pongo una de que quién sabe qué. And I was like, no. No, I'm like, we're clearly shaking ass. Don't change the vibe. Like,
Not
no,
on my watch.
not on my watch. But
was,
yeah.
Was your family surprised by the open bar concept? Because I know, like, when my sister did it, like, a lot of the family members or people she invited were like, oh, they're like free. Because I remember growing up, it was cash bar where you had to bring your own bottle.
Oh, well, that I feel like that still happens, bringing your own bottle. But it was like, it also depends on the venue.
Yeah.
I think the venue that we had was like, if you do bring your bottle, you can just give it to the bartender and they'll know that that's your bottle and serve it to you. But there's like a thing about you can't have your own bottle at the table.
Yeah.
But
it was fun.
I just remember telling my family that I want to have an open bar. I don't know that they seemed very surprised about it, because when we were looking at other places, like venues, like we would see we would have to do the alcohol through them, and we would see the prices, and like they didn't have something like Tito's, so they would price us up because it's like, oh, well, this is something different. Like you're not getting taka vodka shit, like stuff like that. So we're
Svedka.
like, right? You're like the one that comes in a plastic bottle that is puro alcohol. Like, so I just remember thinking like I wanted to have an open bar, telling my family, and they were all into it. Yeah, I was hoping to have a good party. And even a couple weeks ago, we saw my father-in-law, and he's like, you guys should do it again.
I think you should throw a party.
I want to,
For what occasion? Doesn't matter. Just a party.
What if we have a New Year's party?
Themed?
Yeah.
Maybe we can even record the podcast.
Ooh,
live
live
from the New Year's Eve party.
Because we also, this past summer, like my sister-in-law, she graduated college. She's a teacher now. She had like a little graduation party, and I hired a bartender. So he was just making us palomas and all that stuff, and it was such a good time. So I'm like, I want to do those kinds of parties. Just like hire
you
something.
have this like big ass house. Yeah, you need to throw a party.
We never even had a housewarming. Did you have a housewarming?
No, because we bought the house during the pandemic. We bought it in 2020.
Oh,
October
okay,
2020.
yeah. Well, we didn't have one because Ojitos aquí, he was like, I don't want people stepping on my carpet. I'm like, oh my God.
I mean, he has a point. I remember when I threw that party where I invited you, our carpet was fucked. Like,
really?
Yeah.
Did people spill?
There was no spillage. It's just the carpet was already ratty, and then like just having people come in and out of my bedroom where the carpet was a lot. But I mean, when you throw a party, you have to expect that it's gonna happen.
Yeah. Although one time when I lived by myself in my apartment, I had a Halloween party, and I wanted to cover the carpet. It was my whole like living room, dining room was all carpet. I had a very small kitchen, so I covered it in plastic, and I made the theme Dexter, because he would cover. Have you ever seen the show?
Yeah.
You know how he lays the plastic to kill his victims or whatever?
Yeah.
Like, I was just a Dexter victim, and the whole room was like plastic, and I was like, perfect. But shout out to Jackie for helping me tape the plastic like the day before.
Yeah.
She came over, and we're just like putting everything like that.
Yeah, that would be fun. New Year's party.
I do want to have a party. I want maybe like you all know any DJs? Anyone that's willing to DJ for a small New Year's?
I mean, maybe Luke could do it. I mean, is it hard to be a DJ? I mean, okay.
What, like it's hard?
Are you looking for someone who's going to amp people up, like, or just like who can play the music for people?
I think I feel like maybe. Well, actually,
if it's a
would
house
you
party,
rather
do you
have-
need an amp?
would
Like,
you rather have a DJ or would you rather have a bartender?
bartender?
That's true.
Yeah, for sure. And then like you just have a playlist.
Yeah, I like the idea of that, but we'll see. Friends,
TBD.
amigos, ¿quieren ir al party? Díganme en los comments, díganme en los likes para poner un Facebook. Oh, have you seen the fucking videos where they're party invitations, but they're like these cuts? How would you describe them? When they're like, te invitamos este sábado a la quinceañera de Gaby or whatever, and it's like all these, there's like like all these like fucking distorted images and stuff. Like,
So they just send it to you like in a text message or like
It's like a
or it's like a box or
no, it's a video. Like
okay. So somebody sends you a video like this is your invitation.
yeah. It's
Okay.
like te esperamos aquí. Ven, se va a poner bien. And then like con presentación de, and then like if they have like a local band, it's like los quién sabe qué. Like I've just seen them on social media that I'm like, this sounds like a very fun invitation. I
Yeah.
wish I knew how to make videos like that. I wish I knew how to make TikToks.
Well, I'm down to if you need help throwing a party, let me know.
Down to clown with the Barrio Bitches.
Well, I think that's another episode, right?
Yeah. Okay. Let us know if we should throw a party. What should our budget be?
Yeah. $1 million.
$1 million.
But yeah, please like, comment, subscribe. We need that engagement. And we
Yeah.
appreciate all of our listeners, which is mostly our friends at this point, probably. It really warms my heart because I get a lot of texts from my friends who are like, oh my God, like I'm listening to the podcast and I agree with this or whatever. Like, so it's really nice that like our friends are listening.
That snippet of us talking about outing the politicians who pass anti-gay
We
legislature.
got 3 whole comments on
Dude,
TikTok.
for that one, people are like, do it.
Yeah.
I'm for it.
Out
You know
them,
what?
out them, out
La
them.
revolución empieza así.
Mm-hmm.
Empieza así, amigos.
Yeah.
Bueno.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you for joining
Bye.
us. Bye.
Barrio